Sick it, sick it now. Ha ha. Hell yeah. I know my dogs are watching, and if you ain't, I know you will be. And if you are watching and you ain't my dog yet, you will be. My name is Swede, and I'm gonna help you get busy living. Thanks for tuning in to the Get Busy Living Project. This week coming at you live from Moab, month 3 of the Get Busy Living Project 55. We are going to take you to Hollywood for Halloween, show you the highlights of month 2 of what will be 55 months of at least one epic adventure every month. We're going to update you on the purpose of this podcast and the mission of the HSWA, including my personal challenge, and finally explain how we plan to help you how you get busy living with us. Then stick around for the after party.
I'm just hiding back here in the back. I can't find the after party clip. And I will show it. And this is Diana just.
Well, you can't.
I'm lost in outer space here.
Where are you?
Lost in outer space. Okay, I'm going to show you the after party.
And nothing is worth having if it ain't worth sharing. So, ladies and gentlemen, coming at you live from LA, entrepreneur and the star of Unblaw Yourself, the dazzling D-Rex. The voice from behind.
That's what I need today.
That is it. You're nailing it already.
I could not find anything. I don't know what happened. I got lost in outer space in the nether world out there. But I'm so happy to be here with you. I am actually not in Moab. I am in Los Angeles right now. But we're both getting ready to head out to Destin, Florida, the next destination. And you know what? I don't think you need to give it the fanfare as long as we are prepared like this. So I think we should tell everybody why we're not prepared today and why everything's like loosey-goosey. And you have been traveling like crazy.
Yeah. Well, like crazy is debatable, but I have been traveling. I have been traveling for about, well, I started essentially 24 hours ago is when the real meat of the work started happening as far as like packing and getting ready to get out. Brother Doug showed up at around 11 and we packed up the ride and we were at Horseshoe Bend in Page, Arizona at sunrise, and it was colder than the coldest cold. And so it was so cold out there that we went out there for sunrise and we didn't even wait for the sun to rise. We came out there, we were like trying to take a picture, and I'm like, I already struggle to push the buttons on my phone, and I was like trying to like push it, and I think my finger was too cold, and the phone it didn't notice that it was a finger. It thought it was like stone because I was so cold.
And then, you're frozen into ice.
And then, wow, babe, we drove across the southern tip of Utah, and it is breathtaking. It is wow. I mean, wow. I am just if I seem to be a little bit less energetic than usual, I'm spent because I was just awestruck all day. And then I've been to Arches National Park a couple times. We went again today, my third time, and it might have been the best one. I don't know if the lighting was different. I think they might have moved some pictures around, but but man, I was blown away today. Yeah, and so all of my happiness has flowed, like struggling.
Well, I think that your less energetic is still more energetic than most. So you're doing all right. One of these trips we definitely have to do Utah, and I'm definitely going because I've heard such great things. Why do you think that most people in the United States haven't really come to the Southwest to experience everything that's there? Do they not know it's there? It's so beautiful. It's amazing. Some of the most beautiful landscapes on earth. And most people don't ever think about going there.
Pick me. I'm most people. When I left,
Me
well,
too.
you're the last person I saw when I left these states before, and I remember telling you that I've been to every major city except for Phoenix, and I've never been, north of Boston, so up in New England, and I've never been to Oregon. But I've been to all the other major cities. So I'm those people. I don't know why I did not travel out here. I do not know why. I went everywhere
It's
else, but I
it's
never came to
strange. It's kind
Phoenix.
of like this secret. But the Southwest is just mind blowing, and
Yeah,
we definitely need to make one of the month's trips there. Hey, I just want to
already.
say hi to everybody who's here and everybody who's going to
Yes.
tune in later. And please make yourself known in the comments because we want to see who's here. I already
So,
see Tasha and Scott
so,
and Kelly.
so I don't even know where we got this. Hey, girl. Hey, Kelly. Tasha, what's up, girl? Scooty Wells is in the house. So I have no idea where it started, how it started, that started, but I just know that it still happens. Me and Scott, when we greet each other, we have this really weird way of drawing out the sup in the dog. And sometimes we draw out this out of the sup, and sometimes we draw out the out of the dog, and sometimes it's a really hard oh, but I don't know what it is. But we get caught on the phone. Like I'll be in a hurry, and if he hits me with one of them, I gotta respond with one of them. And I'm like, so I'm like, sup dog, and then I like
How would you read this one?
yeah. Oh, so he said, sup dog. Like
Hi, Scott.
if he had a bunch of T's in there, then it'd be sup dog.
Well, we
No
have a
idea
bunch
where it
of cool stuff to talk about today.
man, I'm telling you, we're
I'm
running
so
out of
excited.
time already. I got so much.
I know it. That's why I'm bringing us back to earth here because we're always running out of time. There's there's so much to even talk about that we have just. Oh, look, Scott said you nailed
I
it.
seen it. I seen it. Oh shit, brother
uh,
Doug. Brother Doug, my battery's about to die on my computer.
let's not do that podcast first.
I unplugged this because of the hub. Obviously, I'm on the road. My tech ain't it
It,
lined up perfectly. It's the other one, the
well,
regular
obviously,
chargers
my
and the
tech
clear
game's
back
not lined up perfectly today either.
regular
But
charger.
what I would like to talk about very quickly is how's it been like being on the road doing your vegan challenge? Just do a quick update.
Okay, quick update is I hate to report that the vegan challenge has been very challenging, and I have not been able to maintain the discipline that I wanted to. I'll still get test results, but they're not
Hmm.
going to be the results of somebody that ate raw vegan for 30 days and nothing else. It all started when I realized coffee was cooked. When you told me that, and I had already bought the coffee, I'd
Yeah.
gone too far, and so I was like, oh, and then like one like so I've gone like the first week I did all right, and then I came back from um I came back and I fell off hard, and then I went like 11 days, and then it's been tough lately. So after I'm done, what I'm going to do is I'm going to present the results to the audience, and for the
Hmm.
future watchers, because there's an audience that's going to happen. If you're watching this and this was recorded 2 years ago, and we already know each other, please write in the comments, "What up, Swede? I'm just like checking in on you from what you looked like 2 years ago before we met." Because that's how it's going to be. We got 55 months to go, D-Rex. Are you ready? That's 4 more years.
Yeah, it's kind of crazy. And I love how you just talked to your future audience. We were
Yes.
in the future for a second there. I like that.
Hey, you
Hey,
got to start with the end in mind and have faith that you can achieve what you dream of if you are willing to work for
I am now hearing how tired you are.
it. You
But
hear that?
it's totally understandable. I can't even believe that you are here today ready for this podcast, knowing all the things that you have done in the past couple of weeks. And that's actually what I want to talk about right now is Project 55. Would you like to explain very quickly?
So the Get Busy Living project is my attempt to repay the debt that I owe for having my life saved and making a promise to those that did it. And that 55 is the number of months on vacation consecutively that I have to go in order to beat the streak that I was on when I got injured. So I think my boy Curtis is the one that came up with the whole project thing. He's been naming his different musicians projects since I've known him, I guess. And so that made sense when I had already fell in love with calling it the Get Busy Living Project, and then I saw his lineup, and I was like, dude, this is where I got it from. But it feels good, so I'm giving ode to Curtis. Thanks for the idea, and I feel like Project 55 kind of makes it sums it up. We've this is month three. Month one was mountain biking in the Grand Canyon. Month two was Hollywood for Halloween, and month three, I'm coming to Destin, Florida, to give thanks to all the people that including Magic Mel here, the people from that area that I met. So many wonderful friendships. I mean, Destin, Florida is my heart, really. So, and Thanksgiving has been my favorite holiday since I can't remember. I guess probably since I fell in love with football when I was born. and so, and so, like, coming home for Thanksgiving, it's just perfectly appropriate that I'm going to Destin. And no disrespect to Erie, we're gonna do New Year's in Erie, D-Rex. So Erie got my
Yeah.
heart, it does. But I'm going to Florida first for Thanksgiving because my roots in Florida for Thanksgiving. I'm gonna go stay with the Borellos, and you're gonna be right there with me. These people are they're untouchable on this planet. The love that comes from these people, and I can't wait to bring you into their home. They're gonna welcome you with open arms, just like they do with everybody else that I've ever brought there. And
That's going to
I'm
be
so
super
excited about
fun.
it. So excited about it.
Speaking about really exciting things, I would like to give everybody the super cool, as I toot my own horn here, the super cool recap of our last trip to Hollywood. Are you ready?
I am. I am. I am
Uh-huh.
ready. Okay, I'm ready.
Oh, okay. You're ready. Is
Now I'm
everybody
ready.
ready? Okay, this
How
is
was it?
how was it? This is how it was.
Dreams are made of these. Who am I to disagree? Sweet got some hotties in his backseat, putting on makeup, getting pretty for me. It's a great day to be alive. I came to an Eagles bar to watch a Steelers game on month 2 of the Get Busy Living Project.
And he's having a great time. Come on.
And I am having a great time. T-Rex is in the house. Natasha and Melissa are in the house. And it's a great day to be alive. Hell yeah.
Oh, what I find? I found my shirt.
Yes. Yay fans.
Yay sports.
Yay sports. Work it, baby. Work it, mama. Dun, 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 dun. What do we got? What are we
This
working
is
on?
blue.
Are you trying to put a women's jacket on me?
Shut the fuck up, it's a blaze.
Are y'all letting me get busy living again? Month 2. And there's 53 more to go. 53 more to go. Can I get a hell yeah? Sake now. Seaweed in my grill. What's not to love about Halloween? Hey, what do I gotta do to get you to play with my hair? It's been forever since that's happened.
30 seconds ago.
Why are you bringing up old shit? I've been heavily distracted this weekend by all means, for all good intents and purposes. And I, for the first time in my adult life, forgot my terrible towel during the Steelers game. I was so heavily distracted, I also forgot my chair charger. And we've gone hard all weekend. And my chair is blinking one red square.
No.
Yeah. So we're about to
we're on a mission
eat, get in my car, and cruise on into the finish line. But you guys know what today is?
A great day to be alive.
They're lucky guessers. I've got one bar left. One blinking red bar.
You can see it when you see me, but you gotta believe me. Ain't nothing coming easy my way. No, I fucking work, but it's fucking work. You can see it when you see me, but you gotta believe me. Ain't nothing coming easy my way.
Wow. Wow.
It was exactly like that. Wasn't it exactly like that?
Exactly like that. Congratulations. Wow. I know this. People now see what I've been seeing. I am so proud of you. That was amazing. What good job. Good job.
I really wanted to capture the spirit of that trip, and I want to show people what they can be part of when they come on these trips.
Hell
And
yeah.
it was exactly like that. It was that fun, guys.
Yeah, look at Mel's like love, and oh my goodness, Tasha's like really had so much fun. CJ's up in here like I see you. That's perfect. I'm telling you, that's fellas, ladies and gentlemen, friends, Roman countrymen, aliens, and whatnots. That's what Get Busy Living is about. But it's not just about that. You know, like today, me and Brother Doug got busy living, and there was no karaoke. You know, we went and saw
No
amazing.
costumes.
Yeah, exactly. That's a different version. You know, and you know, Getting Busy Living in February is going to be a Super Bowl party, but in January it's going to be us at Presque Isle. You know, it's different, and it's different for everyone. It's what you want it to be, as long as you feel as though you're getting what you want out of it. You know, if you're content, then maybe this probably isn't your podcast. But if you want more, and you know that there's more out there for you, then I'm here to tell you that you can have it. If I can come literally out of the gutter and be and end up on a tropical island, you know, completely free, with very little help from any kind of, you know, proper upbringing or that kind of jazz, and then get knocked down the way I got knocked down, and then get back to where I'm getting busy living again like this. If I can do it like out of this, y'all can do it. And
it's really inspiring. It's really inspiring to see.
Look, I'm telling you, if I can do it, it's because I probably know some things or I have some resources. So if you want to do it and you don't know or you don't have the resources, that's what I'm here for. This podcast is me trying to tell the world that I'm trying to help y'all get busy living.
Yeah, I mean, you are just the living example of it. It's really amazing.
So I'd like to introduce you to pound for pound, inch for inch, blink for blink, the most entertaining motherfucker I've ever known. My boy Darren Thomas is in the comments. Shout out these nuts.
Is that his nickname?
That's his nickname.
Oh my gosh.
So there's probably been about 6 times that we've done this podcast, and I've randomly said D's nuts, and you just
Yeah.
giggled and kept going because you had no idea what I was talking about.
No. That was a big thing. That was a big thing back in middle school and high school. And you know what? I still enjoy a proper D's nuts joke. Where it's like, well, did you hear about D's? I still like that. I still enjoy a good D's joke.
Yeah, and he gets them. No, seriously, this dude is super hilarious, and I miss him. So, Darren, I'm coming. Me and D Rex just decided a few moments ago that we need to do Utah, so we're gonna do it next May for your birthday, brother. So I hope
Oh.
you're gonna be in Salt Lake next May, and we're gonna have a 10-year reunion. May of 2013 was epic. D's nuts. May of 2013 was epic. We're gonna make May of 2023. We're gonna trumpet. You down? Yes. Yes. See, making decisions on the fly right here, live in your face.
Yeah,
On the Get
you
Busy
uh,
Living
you
podcast.
surprised me with that May thing, so I'm ready.
All right, we're
I'm
gonna
ready.
so just we're gonna drive from Phoenix to Salt Lake, and then here's what we're gonna do to make it epic. We're gonna go all the way to Yellowstone.
Oh my God. You're springing stuff on me left and right.
You need 10
Left
days
and
off.
right.
You need 10 days off for this one.
Oh my God. Okay, so let's talk about this later because you know what? Actually, I want to bring it back to Hollywood because I think it's really interesting that, this was another thing that we changed on the fly, right? Like it wasn't supposed to be Hollywood.
Right.
And then all of a sudden it was. And looking forward to meeting you too, Darren. And that's what I liked. It was like so spontaneous that we decided to do this Hollywood thing. But I am one of these people that moved all the way, just dropped everything. I was living with my boyfriend at the time, and I was like, "See ya," and I just moved across the country because I wanted to do something different. I didn't
So
even
you were in
know
you were in
really
Pittsburgh.
what it was. Yeah, yeah, and I had graduated college, and I was managing an independent indie coffee shop there and working at a bar, and I just thought, oh, yeah, I want to do something else. I want to I was already in a band, and I thought I want to get more into music. And unfortunately, I knew that I had to leave my band in order to go to LA. And the one thing that I had in my pocket, my one ability, was modeling. So my modeling
The hardest
agency,
thing to do. The
I
most
don't even
competitive industry.
I don't even know why I thought that would be a great idea. I already wasn't really enjoying it, but I just thought that's something I could do once I got here. And so I came here, started working in a coffee shop. I was modeling, and I just met so many people that had dropped everything to come here and follow their dreams.
Yeah.
And Hollywood is actually a city here. We were in it, and you could see in some of the video that some things said Hollywood because it is an actual city. But when people speak about Hollywood, they're not speaking about the city. The city is actually all tourist trap stores, and there's a lot of homeless people on the street.
Yeah.
But that's not what people think of when they talk Hollywood. They're talking about making movies or
Yeah.
being a model or
The
being a
concept of
singer,
it,
entertainment.
the aura of it, yeah, the reputation, they're talking more about what it's created. Not even all movies are made in Hollywood. A lot of movies are made there, but it's about the dream life that Hollywood creates. That
Yeah, I mean,
that people are referring to.
people are making movies in Georgia and Canada and all over the world, but they still say Hollywood,
Yeah.
And Hollywood's a dream.
Right.
And so many people come here from all over the world, and they go to New York and they go to all these big cities because they have a dream. And something I'm puzzled by is every time you have a dream like this and you decide to go for it, there's always somebody that says, I don't know, it's going to be hard. Don't you think you should have a backup plan?
Oh,
You know?
God.
And I'm curious about your thoughts about backup plans. And has anyone ever said that to you?
I haven't ever been hit in the heart with the backup plan thing. I just go so hard when I have a plan, that I usually don't back up. I usually just fall off the bridge that I didn't build. I was going so fast ahead with the idea that I just, and then I'm getting back up. That's my backup plan. Get back up.
Hmm. just keep diving and keep getting back up.
Yeah, man. Just,
That's interesting.
first of all, you have to be mindful and aware of who you are and what you are and what you have to offer and what you can put together, right? And what your
Hmm.
resources are. And then and then what do you want to do? And then decide to do it. Don't decide to do this and then have a backup plan, because all you're doing with the backup plan is creating giving yourself a way to back up.
Yeah, and it's like anywhere you put energy, the energy is going to flow, right? So if you put some energy into, oh, this other thing is going to be safer, like not all of your energy is going toward your goal. And I think that if you have a backup plan, you're aiming there, and you're going to get there.
Yeah, the universe doesn't understand. It only sees absolute values. Remember that, right? It only sees
Yeah.
so what you imagine, it's created it. And that's why Shakespeare was, a fugitive, and that's why I think that, a lot of the reason that there's all of this mimicry of terrorism in the world, and especially in the US, is because of the kids playing video games. And if you didn't put that in, if every game wasn't about, if every movie wasn't about, if every show wasn't about killing and stealing, and then people wouldn't be so tempted to do it. It wouldn't be so normalized, and that really irks me, to be honest, is that when you create something, even if you're not creating it because you want it, just thinking of it makes the universe think you want it.
Yeah, it puts energy into it. And I feel like the universe only sees energy. It's just like, yes. That the universe says yes to whatever
Exactly.
you put energy into.
That's why I love the word yes so much. It's by far my favorite word. There's not even a close second.
Yeah, you taught me a lot about learning how to say yes instead of having a knee-jerk reaction and saying no. I mean, I did plenty of that, right? I've done plenty of that. The knee-jerk reaction, no, I'm not doing that. I'm not doing that thing. But you taught me a lot about, pardon me, I had the COVID a couple weeks ago. It's
The
just not
COVID.
gone. No, it's gone, but it's like something's still happening here,
never,
trying to make its way outward. Um,
it's never gone.
it's never gone. That's what it feels like.
Doug came back to the car today and was like, "They're serious about masks here." I was like, "No way! I thought that was dead." Nope, it's never dead.
It's never dead.
Anyway,
But it's not a bad idea, because there's a lot of viruses going around right now, and a mask certainly couldn't hurt no matter what virus it is.
Right now.
So I kind of lost my train of thought there. Oh yeah, I was coming from a place of no all the time, and I had to learn to come from a place of yes. And my life has become so much more interesting since I've started saying yes to things outside of my comfort zone. The comfort zone is not a place where someone can grow,
Yes, and there's an endless supply of memes about that, and as long as you're willing to be uncomfortable, I've always been down to say yes. Like, yes is my middle name. If it's not, well,
I would agree.
let's just
I
go
would
with
agree with
yes.
that.
And because why not? Why not? And here's why: because fear is the reason that people say why not. And fear, has held so many people back from growing. Like when a seed is planted and it gets enough water and sunshine to sprout, and then it's like on its own, and it has its own inertia and energy and willpower to live and survive. It's not afraid to live.
That's a good point.
It just soaks up all the sun and gets as much water as it can get, and it keeps on leaning in the morning in that direction and fall on the sun. And it's not afraid. So why are humans so easily, fearful? And I mean, I'm afraid of some things. That's what makes me skydive, because I'm afraid of it. It gives me such a rush. You know what I mean? Which, by the way, we're putting that on the epic adventure to-do list. Tasha and I were already talking about trying to squeeze that into the LA trip.
I'm happy to film it. I'm not jumping out of the airplane, and that's my place of no that
Will
I'm
you go
staying
up
here.
in the plane and film it and then ride back down?
Yeah. Somebody's got to take the footage. Somebody's got to do it, and it's me.
All right. Hey, I'm not going to turn down your volunteerships.
Well, if anybody has a really good story about how they stepped outside of their comfort zone, we'd be happy to call you into the studio, or if you just want to write it in the comment box, we'll be happy to put it up on screen and read it and talk to you about it. Because I feel like everybody's got at least one, where they did something different for once and it changed their life and their outlook. I did something really small, but it kind of changed my life. It was a couple months ago. I decided that I needed to go downtown. I needed to get some things that were only sold downtown. And it wasn't drugs, people. It was not drugs, but I'm not going to talk about what it was.
I was going to ask you if it was any good.
So I decided that I was going to take the bus. I was going to take the bus, and then I was going to walk around a bit. And not only that, I wasn't just going to go to my destination. I was actually going to look up and look around at things and try to change my perspective, try to have a different trip, And it was very interesting. I saw many more things about buildings. I saw art that was on ceilings, and I had an amazing day. But then this happened where I was taking the bus home. And since I was trying to do things differently this day, I did not have any problem with what happened next, where an older man, maybe in his 70s, grandpa looking dude, got on the bus. And even though there were a lot of spaces, he still came and sat down next to me. And usually I would be headphones on, not talking to you, But I decided to engage with this guy, not get engaged, but engage with him. And he was telling me about his daughter. He's going to go visit his daughter. And then at some point, he offered me his hand. And I might have thought, it's the time of COVID. Maybe I shouldn't be touching a stranger's hand. But
Right.
Instead, I grabbed his hand and he kind of shook it. And then guess what? I didn't let go. And we held hands for about 10 blocks. I held hands with this 70-year-old man. And I could tell that he really needed it,
Wow.
And he got to his destination.
You just made my chin wiggle a little bit.
Well, we held hands on the bus. I held hands on the bus with a stranger. Now, if that's not outside of somebody's comfort zone, but it changed my life because afterwards he said, he said, nice people are a nice thing. And I thought, yes, they are.
He said, nice people what?
Are a nice thing.
Oh, amen.
And I thought, I'm glad I could be this person's nice person for the day. And that couldn't have happened if I had been my usual don't talk to people on the bus person, But it's not like I needed to keep up contact with him or keep in touch. I never saw him again. But I felt like that was a very special moment for both,
Yeah, and that's wonderful, and that's beautiful that you did that. And there's something about youth that enchants us as humans. And so no matter how old you are, there's always somebody younger. And granted, that doesn't mean that you're always looking in that direction, but youth enchants us. And so I'm sure that was magical for him, that you were youthful and that you embraced him and felt him, for that period of time. That's awesome.
But I also feel like that's what you do with everybody all the time. I think you're the ultimate.
I don't go around holding hands, man.
No, but you're always high-fiving people and talking to strangers. And I think that's another way of getting busy living. It's not just traveling. It's not just starting your own business or being independent. It's just connecting with people at every turn, every time you can,
It makes me wonder if that's why, because I run out of people in my local neighborhood. They're burnt out. And so I have to go traveling to go find people to listen to me.
You burnt out your neighborhood?
I don't know. I guess we'll find out. So that's why I'm happy to talk about what's going to happen in my old neighborhood. So
Hmm.
1 week from Saturday, um, my boy Scooty Wells is in Florida right now, um, helping put together a homecoming party for us. And I've got some local musicians that are going to be playing for us. So the party's going to start at noon, and it's going to go until sunset on the harbor at Harry T's in Destin, Florida. So we'll be upstairs. You will not be disappointed by the music. You will not be disappointed by the company because I'm going to have D Rex with me. So if you've been dreaming about her, I get it. I get it. Now you get a chance to come meet her. Come to Destin for the weekend after Thanksgiving. We're going to be at Harry T's on Saturday, the 26th, for what I hope to be my opportunity to thank as many people from the Destin area as I can possibly thank in a day. Um,
Is this
I, I
correct right here? Harry T's on the 26th?
that's correct. Yes,
Okay.
11/26. So from what Scooty Wells told me, that it's possible that there may be some interest from the news crew that ran my story when I got injured, and then ran.
Oh, that's so cool.
I
I
guess
hope so.
they ran it when I got injured, or they ran it when they did a benefit for me there. One of the two, or maybe both. I don't know, but yeah. So that's cool. But really, what's most cool is between now, so I've got this big trip between now and tomorrow to get to my uncle's house in Missouri. Uncle Pete, I can't wait to see you. And I bet there's a lot of people that will watch this podcast someday because D-Rex. Right now, this is about me and you and about a couple other people are in here. We love Tasha, we love Darren, we love Kelly. Thank you for hanging out with us. But this will be more later, and more people in the future are going to look back and
I
see
think of
this.
this as the beginning of this family,
Yes,
It's like this is
yes,
the
yes.
start.
Thank you. So a lot of people that will see this know Uncle Pete because Uncle Pete got a lot of people happier back when I lived in Pennsylvania.
Is he the one?
He was like he's the Heisenberg of Strong Vincent. Although it wasn't illegal chemicals, it was just the bar hookup. But yeah, me and Brother Doug are going to see Uncle Pete, and then so between tomorrow, I'm gonna get Brother Doug to do the driving, and I'm gonna be text messaging all y'all to let y'all know what's going on. So if you get a funny text that says, "Hey baby, you want to wrestle?" That's me. All right.
I like that one day you text that to someone who hadn't heard from you in a while and they blocked you.
Oh yeah, I know. Dave, Dave, Dave Barker from Indianapolis. That was me, dummy. And I messaged him on Facebook too, and I'm like, "Yo," and he's, "Where that's my dude." I need to holler at Dave anyway. Hey, Paul, Heidi, Rob, tell Dave to call me.
Because you're blocked. Speaking of Florida, hey, is anybody from Florida here that wants to join us for this? Does anybody remember that from last week?
Yes,
Because I'd like to explain what that is again.
yes, please.
So I get a little bit sad for people who are described as Florida man because I feel like you know what we all do crazy things in our life, and I feel like we had a good reason. And I feel like you had a good reason when you chased that monkey, and you are a Florida man. And I just thought, well, let me take another look at these Florida man stories and let me see if I can kind of like get behind this person. Could I be their lawyer in court? Could I be their friend and
You
be
see
an
where they're coming from?
understanding? Can I see their side? So today's Florida man story, and I would love you to defend our friend here and join in the comments if you have a good idea of Florida man wearing mop on his head terrifies neighbors with demands for eggs. So is this your
Wait,
friend here, Swede?
wait. Look, I got a lot of Florida men, and we've done a lot of things with eggs. All right.
Wait, did we?
We've done a lot of things. We've done a lot of things with eggs. But I can't. What I don't know. I think I might be. You might want to get me off the jury with this because we all know what mops are for. They're not for your head. So
You're not being a good friend here. Come on.
Oh, I'm supposed to get him out of jail.
Yeah. You're supposed to be his friend. You're on his side.
Oh, that's okay. I get it. I thought I was a devil's advocate. Oh, I am the devil's advocate on in
You're on
favor of
his
him,
side, though.
the Florida man,
Yes.
the devil, the Florida man. Well, yeah. I mean, how else are you supposed to get eggs from your neighbors?
I think that what's kind of funny about this headline to me is that he terrifies his neighbors with the demand for eggs, but not with the mop on his head. Like it was the eggs sent everybody over the edge. But I think that, that's what neighbors are supposed to do. You're supposed to be comfortable enough to ask your neighbors for some eggs. You're out of eggs. That's an okay thing.
I rate it. That's like sugar. Eggs, sugar. They're doable.
Oh,
They should
look
all
who
be
wants to come
free.
on with a story. Who
Yeah.
who wants to defend Florida Man here?
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome to the stage the one and only Magic Melanie Levitt.
Hello.
What's up,
Oh my
girl?
gosh, don't put me on full screen because my
You're so pretty. You're so pretty.
hey.
So,
So, are you here to defend your friend Florida Man?
Honestly, I got a call, so I don't know what's going on.
Oh,
Tweet said, "Come on," through a text and had me jump on.
okay. This is
Florida
what you're
man wearing
doing.
mop on his head terrifies neighbor with demands for eggs.
So, why does this make sense? Because what we're trying to do here is defend this man. We're trying to be on his side, and I'm saying that you should be able to ask your neighbors for eggs. Like that's a normal request.
yeah, and I
Yeah.
don't. And what's so scary about wearing a mop on your head? It's better than wearing a broom. Like at least mops are kind of pretty. Brooms are like scary.
What's the point of the mop though? I don't really get the mop.
Yeah.
Well, you're supposed to be on his side. You got to get the mop. You got
Yeah.
to find a way to get the mop.
So D-Rex feels bad for me because I'm Florida man that chased a monkey. And she's like, we need to come to your defense because there's a lot of, these Florida men aren't always bad.
And he looks like an okay guy.
Yeah, he looks
Never
okay,
know.
like he's not hurt.
Okay. But as far as asking for eggs, yeah, that's fine. But I don't understand why wearing a mop would be on his forefront. That's kind of weird.
Nobody can truly know, but my guess is that he doesn't like being bald. And he wanted to look respectable when he asked for these eggs. So I think we might have succeeded here, but
I know
what?
what it
Since
is. I know what it is.
What?
Because remember the Looney Tunes cartoon with the bird that had like the big beak and the bald head, but he was a really dumb bird and got picked on all the time. This guy seems like a dumb bird, and he's like he needed some eggs, but he didn't want to like get picked on when he's going outside to go ask the neighbors. So he tried to disguise himself. He didn't want to. Remember the Looney Tunes guy?
Makes sense. Yeah.
That's got to be what it is.
Yeah, maybe he was embarrassed of his lack of eggs, and he was in disguise. That's right.
But this
on.
also was from January 2017, so there may be a thing about mops back then.
Who knows?
Or eggs.
Or eggs.
Okay, so since you just arrived, I got one more quick one, and if anybody has any ideas of how to defend this person, please put it in comments. Florida man steals bees because he thought they were abandoned.
I mean, because they were all just lost little bees hanging out, flying around their queen.
I just don't. First, I have to give my initial reaction, and is that aren't all bees abandoned? Like, are bees owned by anyone?
I mean, by the queen, yeah. I think they're very proud of their hives. Actually, I think
He wanted to be a queen.
That's what I mean. Why would they be there if they weren't abandoned? Like all other bees are claimed, aren't they?
I actually don't know whether bees are claimed or abandoned, but I think that he was trying to be a queen, and if that's the only way you can do it, then more power to you.
Queen bees. I was going to ask you to play that video again, but I think we can watch it offline. That was amazing, though. That was seriously amazing. that really happened. Though all of that was true. And so I want to let people know why that's significant. Okay. So we've mentioned faith a couple of times today. We talked about fear, and in the Get Busy Living podcast, we want you to know that what what you've always wanted to do when you were a kid, what you would do if money were not an obstacle, you can do. You might not be able to just never need money again, or you might not be able to be an NBA basketball player like you wanted to when you were a kid. But the amount of happiness that you imagined you would have when you grew up, you're capable of it. And what we hope is that the Get Busy Living podcast can become a source of inspiration for you to remind you of that, and not only inspiration, but a real resource. So the 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 anecdotes that we'll offer here from time to time, hopefully with a little bit of humor and entertainment because we go along with it. We hope that you'll instill and that you'll be able to come on these vacations with us, because the girls that came on the vacation with me to Hollywood kind of like did it last minute, and it was them getting busy living. But and even us coming to LA, like you said, was supposed to go somewhere else, but it's about the mindset of being willing and preparing yourself so that you are able. You don't just stumble upon it. It's not something that just happens to you. You have to make it a goal to be able to have the freedom and flexibility to treat yourself, in whatever way, shape, or form that is to you. And it might not be travel. A lot of people have other ways of getting busy living, but it's about the air of freedom and the confidence that is required, that we're trying to hammer home.
I think what you're describing there is faith that everything's going to be fine.
Exactly, like people that go to Hollywood, they're going there thinking that their dreams can come true, and there's, whether it's blind faith or whether some of them are delusional, I think it's arguable. But there's a spirit of that.
How do you know who's delusional though? I mean, you can't know until everybody tries and it sorts itself out. But people have to try in order for this whole thing to work.
Yes, you know what people have to try? They have to try going to the hswa.org and reserving themselves a copy of the Life and Ear of Swedisms book. And here's why, okay? So, guys, I got my life saved, and I felt kind of awkward about the fact that people were giving me money and I wasn't giving them anything in return. I was, helpless, paralyzed from the chest down in the hospital. And so my friends put their heads together, and we came up with this idea of making this book available. And then a couple of years ago, we kicked off this little contest. So the way it works is we are taking pre-reservations for copies of the Life and Year of Swedisms book. What this is, it's a life in the year. It's a life yearbook, like the big letters say. It's just about a year in the life through my eyes and experience that I've had. They're all real posts that happened, so they're all in there, in retrospect. So it's not like they're premeditated posts. I didn't know that I was going to try to put together a book from them. But the point is that a couple of years ago, we put together this raffle where we're taking copies, we're taking reservations. Once we get 2,000 reservations, that's of $25 or more for the book. We're going to ship the books, and we're going to pull a name out of those 2,000. And the person whose name that we pull, they're going to win 1+1 of all expenses paid to go to Alaska with my boy, the wolf, Scooty Wells. So Scooty Wells has a company called Adventurous Alaska, where he can help you do curated tours. And this dude can do anything that you want to do in Alaska. It's going to be your trip. So however you want to do Alaska, if you're the type of person who would rather ride in a train, Scooty Wells has been a train tour guide. If you're the type of person that wants to go up there and get you an animal and pull it out of there, Scooty Wells can get you animals. It's all about you. What will happen is when you win, you're going to get hooked up with him. You're going to pick the dates. We're going to fly you up there. We're going to take care of it all. It's an all expense adventurous Alaska trip. All you got to do is go to thehswa.org and reserve a copy. $25 or more gets you a reservation, gets you named in the raffle. Once we have the 25 or the 2,000 reservations, that $50,000 is going to go towards helping somebody get stem cell therapies. It's going to go towards shipping the books, and it's going to go towards getting somebody in adventurous Alaska. And we hope that this style of enticement is effective so that we can start getting more of you on the vacations with us. Like Tasha and Melissa came last month, and like D-Rex is coming this month, and Brother Doug is coming this month, and Lord knows how many other people are going to be there a week from Saturday. So we want those of you out there that have a desire to get busy living to have a means. So portions of the proceeds that the HSW raises, 1/3 goes towards the people that were trying to get stem cells, 1/3 goes towards throwing the huge party, and 1/3 goes towards getting you guys on the vacations with us. Month 1, we did mountain biking in the Grand Canyon. In month 2, we did Halloween in Hollywood. In month 3, we're doing Thanksgiving in Destin. So go get yourself a copy of the book, get on the guest list, and come get busy living with us.
That's going to be an amazing trip to Alaska. I can't get enough of those pictures. Every time we show them, I'm like, I need to go on this trip. Also, I'd like to pipe up about how, yes, we are going to get stem cell transplants to people. That is the whole point of this. That's the whole point of you being here with us. We are going to help people. It's so exciting. It's something that I truly look forward to. And if you know somebody who could truly benefit from stem cell transplants, we want you to email us at nominations@thehswa.org, because we're building that list.
I'm happy to say that I'm optimistic about that. We've got someone that is a potential that was on with us last week, and I was able to reach out to my contact, well, the guy that owns the clinic, and warm the pot, let him know that I need to get back in touch with him about a specific case, because we know a potential person that we can help now, and that's just the beginning of the process. Once we have potentials, then we can bring your condition to the eyes of the doctor and let you know whether or not this can help you. And so that's where we are now with this. And we hope to be able to, my goal is to help 10 before I try to help myself. But we hope to be able to help tens of millions. I've been consulting with one of the largest nonprofit consultancy firms in the country. And my guy, Rod, shout out Rod, has helped me in so many ways. And one of the things he's helped me in most is confidence. He told me that, that he often has to tell people to think bigger with their nonprofit dreams. And he's like, Swede, you already know that this has worldwide impact potential. So this right now is a podcast with me, you, D-Rex, and your mama and your cousin too, and a couple others. And maybe some people are going to watch in retrospect in the next coming days and weeks and months. But a couple of years from now, this is going to be, just the fun part where people get to connect with us. But it's the people that we're really going to be able helping that is going to be the real impact and the real point of this thing.
Yeah, I can't wait until it's not just Swede updates, but the updates on the people that we've helped and seeing how it affected everyone's lives.
As a matter of fact, I'm glad you mentioned that, because I want to go back around to the Swede update. So I have accepted the challenge. I'm happy to say that I have been able to be relatively committed to the vegan diet more than half of the days of the challenge so far, which isn't really an improvement compared to what it was like before. But I was on a nice streak there for a while, and I know that I can finish strong between now and when I come around back to Thanksgiving next week. So, but the point is that we're going to be doing another vegan challenge starting January 1st. All right. So I've already got a couple people. I've already got a couple people on board that are interested. And the point is that it's not a start and stop thing. The reason that people say over and over and over that diets don't work, because as soon as you stop dieting, it comes right back. That's right. It's because it's a result of what you're doing. It's not a permanent change. So if you don't change permanently, it doesn't work. So this vegan challenge for 30 days really was me challenging myself to see how well I would do, only in order to have something to refer back to the next time I try. So January 1st, I'm going to do it all over again. But I'm going to try to finish strong between now and next week. I'll go get another scan. I'll go get my blood work. And the thing is, I'm going to be honest with myself and honest with you guys about what I've done, because I want to have honest, assertions to what the numbers are saying when we try to analyze the results. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah. And you know what? I just don't think that there's any failure here. Oh, my throat's going. I don't think there's any failure here. I think that anything you do, any positive movements you make in your life, they add up. It's not like you make a bunch of positive movements and then you make one negative. Oh, it's all gone. It's all trash. you know?
And that's where
It's-
the people that are not open-minded about changing are not realizing is that what they've been doing is the wrong thing on really, really tiny, small scales their entire life. And those things are going to build up and eventually come back to bite you. So it's time to start doing the right thing on small scales and have that accumulate the correct decisions. And I've got Mel. That's why Mel chimed in, because she wanted to talk about Yellowstone. I think she might
Oh,
have some connections on that. And
okay.
also, I noticed that both
Yeah.
Tasha and Kelly talked about skydiving. We got to get skydiving on the Get Busy Living tour. So, what you guys can expect moving forward with our podcast. Next week, we're going to come at you live on Thanksgiving. So, I know football is going to be on. I know you're going to be fat, happy, and no longer
Are
hungry.
we actually going
But
to come live on
we are going to
Thanksgiving?
come live on Thanksgiving from the Borello's
Okay.
house. Yes, yes. So, please come back.
You have dropped so many things on me in this podcast. I'm like, really? We're doing that? Oh my gosh. Like, I didn't know. Okay.
I like that you're down. See, you're coming around. You're getting busy living with me. So, yeah. So, but the large scale is that we're going to develop, a regular pattern so that you guys can tune in and know that we're going to be here. And based on, growing a team and being able to support more work, because we're already, both D-Rex and I are already both full-time in other stuff. This is something we're trying to pull together because we feel passionately about this. You know what I mean? So,
Yeah.
but as time goes on and we fill in other roles and buy more time and get better at this thing's going to grow. And we are going to be bringing you guys on the vacations with us, just like we're going to take somebody on an adventurous Alaska. And we are going to be helping people with stem cell therapies. And I am going to throw that huge, huge party that I promised everyone. And speaking of parties, please, anybody that's in the comments that's watching, let us know, raise your hand, and you'll be welcome to hang out with me afterwards. If there's anything that we've talked about that you want to talk about, this is a time when D-Rex usually has other responsibilities around the house that she has to handle. Sometimes I talk her into staying for the after party, and
Well,
she does for a little bit.
you know what I promised my family today is that since I'm gone for Thanksgiving next week, is that we'll have Thanksgiving tonight. So I am gonna cook it all up.
Aw, ain't that sweet?
So I'm just gonna stick around for the first few minutes of the after party, say hello to whoever wants to show up,
Yeah,
and then I'm
so
gonna cook.
the way that works, and something else that we will refine this process on, is that if you're interested in coming in, just let me know, and we'll shoot you a link. And then, just like Melanie was on for a little bit earlier, um, you can come on and speak your mind about anything that we've talked about earlier. Like, Lori, if you're watching, Lori was on with us last week and she brought a lot of great
Oh.
questions, to the forefront. And
Mhm.
so in the future, what you can expect is interviews with professionals that are going to be helping us along the lines of the stem cells, the doctors, and the other businessmen that are involved in that process. You can also expect um, experts in the realm of helping people get busy living, in the realm of financial counselors, in the realm of people that can help our audience simplify their lives and help them plan out so that they can afford, just not just by money, but to afford to take time to come get busy living with us. A lot of people have a desire, but they don't know how. And so what I hope that people that are still watching and that will watch this post production, that we will be helping you learn how to get busy living. It's not something that comes naturally to everyone, but it's worth it if you figure out how to do it.
Yeah, and we are definitely here for you. You can always feel free to reach out to us at hello@gitbuzylivin.com. I'm going to put that email up here. You can reach out to us for so many reasons. You can just reach out to say, hey, watch the podcast, I liked it. Or, hey, I watched the podcast, I hated it. You can reach out to us for any reason. If you feel like you need some guidance on how you want to get busy living, and we're here for you.
Yes, and one last thing, if you don't mind, D-Rex, go ahead and put the hswa.org up there. And so this podcast is here to support the HSWA. So just for those of you that may not already know, I'm going to read for you our mission statement. The mission of the Help Swede Walk Again organization is to create in our society the acceptance and availability of stem cell therapies, and to help underprivileged and needed citizens gain access to their tremendous impact potential. One, by educating the public to understand that stem cell science is a proven safe and effective method that is no longer a moral or ethical issue. Two, by advocating for legislative funding of the research and development of attainable, affordable treatments. And three, to help affected people receive the necessary funding that will lead them to living more fulfilled and joyful lives. I've said it many times. It's about the deliberate, the purpose. We want you to be able to live the life that you dreamt about as a kid. We want this podcast to be what inspires you to get over what has been holding you back so far. So, without further ado, I want to remind everybody that always remember we're all in this together. Always remember, no matter the weather, whether sunshine or rain, there's no joy without pain. Always remember, we're all in this together. Thanks for coming to the Get Busy Living podcast. I'll see you on the after party.
Thanks, guys.
See it when you see me, but you gotta believe me. Ain't nothing coming easy my way. No, I fucking work, but it's fucking work, but it's fucking work. You can see it when you see me, but you gotta believe me. Ain't nothing coming easy my way.
Yes, thank you very much, D-Rex. I forgot to thank you before we went into that.
Yeah, I didn't even say goodbye properly. I'm like, thanks, guys.
That's okay. We'll get better at it. And you know what I love about what we're doing right now, honestly, I like letting this thing play in the after party and just like letting it be us, and not going back. Like none of the stuff that has ever gone live, I haven't ever gone back and edited any of it.
Yeah,
I just
there's no reason.
I just want people to know that we're real people and we're real passionate about doing this.
I'm so embarrassed about how the beginning of that show started, where you're like, time to play the thing. And I'm like, I don't know. I don't know where it is.
I love it. It's almost better to mess it up, man. Like people are, it's like more relatable. It seems like,
I just could not find it. Okay.
So real talk though. Speaking of Rod, so when he was talking to me about, about the next couple steps with the nonprofit, it's got me really excited. I think that, I don't think there is absolutely no doubt in my mind that that he is going to be more than just a mentor. I think he might have some interest in like making some connections or helping us foster some connections. But I think that grant writing is something that we need to, if you said you had,
I have the person. I just think it's going to be so exciting to get started on this.
Absolutely.
To start the process. There's no doubt in my mind that we can do this.
Rod agreed, and if you're watching this post pro and you are interested, the next step for me is to hire a website designer that can put the hswa.org and gitbizzylivin.com together far better than I have. It's not that I'm not interested; it's that I'm trying to figure out better ways to use my time. And if you think, leaving early and going through Utah instead of staying home and working on your website is not a better way of using your time, well, you might be right. But I don't do anything if it ain't fun. And truthfully, I'm hoping that it's not the first, second, not even the third, sometimes not even the sixth. It's usually the seventh or the 13th time somebody tastes something before they start to get it. So it might take 7 or 13 months of getting busy living every month before people start realizing, damn, he's really serious. He really is going to go do something every month. Why the fuck is he on month 13 and I haven't? When's the last time I did something?
Yeah.
Hey,
do you think Melanie wants to come back in and talk about what she wanted to talk about? She wanted to say something about Yellowstone.
If she did, she'd be here. She has the invite. So
okay.
I think what she was because we were mentioning going to Yellowstone up there for next May, and so I'm serious about that. I think that's a great thing to do. I mean, I know that there was a lot of people in Salt Lake City that helped me when I was down. So that's a place I want to go, and give, try to give some hugs out for that. But she was talking about Yellowstone. I think she might have some connections on like a.
Kelly wants a link.
Oh, sorry, Kel. I think Melanie might have some connections on like hotels and stuff like that. Coming at you, Kel. Sorry. Oh, jeez. Um, it's supposed to copy onto my clipboard, and sometimes it does, and sometimes it doesn't.
It kind of, I think that maybe we might be able to use it again, but I'm kind of sad that we can't use this for a long time.
I didn't. Why not? Why can't we?
I don't know. I mean, how often do you get a haircut now?
Oh, well, actually, I just got one a couple of days ago, and I'm trying to, I'm not trying.
Oh, you're going to stay fresh?
I'm going to try to stay fresh.
You're going to keep faded?
I am going to try to keep faded. There is no try. There's do or do not. No try. So no,
Okay.
I was just talking to Paloma about it, and I want her to hook me up once a month, and so we're
Mhm.
definitely going to get back together before I go to Pennsylvania for month 4, and I would love for her to, to be more confident about bringing her cause, because she's got a wonderful cause. Hey, girl.
Hey, who's
Hey,
there? Hey, Kelly.
welcome back, Mamacita.
Hey, hey, hey.
How you doing?
Kelly, you know what I'm going to cook right now? I'm going to cook a vegan roast. I
Oh,
know a lot of people who think Thanksgiving do not think vegan, but there's this amazing vegan roast that Trader Joe's makes, and it's got stuffing and cranberries in it already, and it's breaded, and you slice it, and it's like turkey, and it's so good.
ooh.
What
I
is it?
enjoy the tofurkey. Like I'm old school, but my mom and my sister and my grandparents are on a cruise right now around the world, and they come back on Thanksgiving Day. So I told them, since they're coming back from vacation and that's tiring, could I please cook Thanksgiving dinner for them that week,
Ah,
and could it be all vegan? And with very little hesitation, they agreed. So I'm
awesome.
so
Well,
excited.
I do actually have to go cook that roast. I'm going to let you guys talk about what you're going to talk about, but I think, man, I would love to hear about Montana and Wyoming where you used to live, but I got to go cook a roast. So I'm going to catch up with you two later. Okay.
All right. Thanks, Steve. We'll see you soon.
Okay.
So, let's talk about this lasagna. Do you have some footage that you'd like to share?
The TikTok thing.
Yeah.
Oh, I don't know how to do that.
So I've never been a guest, so I don't know how to do it either from that end. Let me see. It doesn't give you a share media option.
There's a more settings. No, I don't see anything. But I'm on my phone, so
Yeah, I thought that you'd be able to do it from your phone. Well, it doesn't matter. The point is that as long as you are, I'm very interested in doing that at my kitchen. Like I said, setting it up so that we know what the angles are going to be. We can make it easy. Doing it once so that we know, or not once, but doing it regularly.
yeah.
To make it so that it's like the setup and breakdown's easy. The hard part is coming up with the ingredients, and that's where your skills come in.
Right.
And
a lot of test kitchen stuff needs to be done, because I kind of throw things together because I know what I like, but I need to come up with recipes that everybody's gonna like, or the majority of people are gonna like. So there needs to be some perfecting. Like the only thing I'm really confident in is my lasagna, my nachos, my Alfredo, and my carrot cake.
well, those are 4 great starts. Why not just focus on those?
Yeah.
I think
But
that
those are all perfected. So now I need to start perfecting. Oh, and my spaghetti. My spaghetti sauce is fire.
I can't wait for okay, so did you catch that I've made mistakes Not mistakes. Well, they are mistakes since I was making it a goal to be 30 days raw, not raw vegan. So you know what happened was I found out that the cereal that I'd been eating all along, that I thought was vegan all along, that's been fed to me as vegan cereal this entire year
Oh
by
no.
by somebody that used to shop for me. All this time I thought it was vegan cereal, and a few days ago I found out that it's not.
What kind of cereal?
It's got whey protein and it's got milk, dehydrated milk in it.
Oh yeah. Yeah,
And
dairy
so
is the worst.
what's that?
The dairy's the worst.
Yeah, that's the thing that people don't understand is the dairy is where it's at. Anyway, so that kind of like undermined, my goal of, going raw vegan and showing how that would change the numbers. So I am scheduled to get this DEXA scan after Thanksgiving. I'll do that again. And like I said, the important thing is, it's not, people get deterred because they think that if they screw up that they're a failure,
Right.
and then they don't do it at all. It's like if you try to do it 30 days and be, because and your typical life, you wouldn't even be able to do it 3 days. And by trying to do it 30, you're able to do it 7 or 4.
Yeah.
4 is better than what you're doing 3. So I don't consider it a failure. I'm disappointed in myself because I had already, um, violated the diet willingly after just a week. And then when I found out that cereal was, was not compliant, then
Yeah.
it's like 4 days ago, I had a chicken wing with my brother, a wing, and I didn't swallow it. I just sucked on the flavor and I spit it out. But to me, that I know for sure I got animal protein out of that by sucking on it and swallowing it. And I was like, why am I doing this? This is ridiculous. But it smelled so good, and he was trying to rub it in, like you can't. And so I was like, give me one then. and then a couple of days later, he had some vegan or some Frank's Red Hot marinated bacon, and he cooked it for me right before we left last night or 2 nights ago.
So are you just gonna do vegan in January?
Yes, I'm not gonna do raw. That had me doing the raw thing had more to do with my food sciences class, but that's already that experiment is already completed, so I don't need to do that anymore. It's no longer. Yeah, I'm just gonna do standard vegan in January, just a regular vegan challenge. So what I'm really interested in is explaining energy expenditure and balance when.
Hey. Hey, I've got somebody here. I'm sorry.
Well, I'm sorry, I didn't hear what you said.
I've got somebody here.
Oh,
Just brought
okay.
Peyton home, so I gotta say my goodbyes. Sorry.
All right, no, thanks. We'll catch up. We don't have to do it here. Thanks for coming in.
Okay. All right. Sorry.
Get busy living.
Say hi. Say hi to Swede.
What's up, brother? Good to see you, man. See you soon.